every technique should be moved up by 6 weeks.
Okay. Not K-tips.
Well, yeah, not K-tips, but just because of the weight, I feel like your hair is not designed to hold that extra weight. So the closer to the scalp it is, the better it is for the hair, the safer it is to keep your hair healthy. So I'm a big believer in the 6-week maintenance.
What technically is going on? You've hit on some of those. You've hit on some of the specifics about it. Do you want to go into more detail about what happens? Why, and what is different in 6 weeks than 6 weeks ago?
Well, for one, you're further out from the head, and you've got that natural shed, so it's a lot less hair actually holding the weight of the extension.
That's right. Describe that a little more, because that's exactly why. For somebody who doesn't really understand what you're saying there, break that down a little bit more.
So when you first put it in the bead and you have all that nice healthy hair right near the scalp, and you're a little bit off the scalp, but you're close enough,
Right.
Every strand of hair is in that different stage of an active growth, a rest, and a shed.
That's right.
And so each strand that sheds, you might not visually see it till that extension comes out, but that's just less and less hair for that bead to be attached to, or that K-tip, or that I-tip, whatever you're putting there.
Perfect. Well said.
It has to do with gravity. Everybody understands how water works. The deeper you go into the ocean, the more pressure, and then things like crush, and then burst eventually, right? So every quarter inch you grow away from the scalp is another level of gravitational pull, which we cannot control. That's just life. So as you're describing, Kelly, as you're starting to shed, as you're starting to lose hair, you don't have as many hairs holding on to that width of a section, because whether you're using a tape, whether you're using a weft, whether you're using a track, whatever you're doing, you're taking up a larger amount of real estate on the head than an individual strand. So, and then even with individual strands, you got to be careful as well, but especially with bigger sections, as you start to shed, you start to lose those hairs, you're losing that support. And you grow about a half an inch a month, every month on average, everybody grows their hair about a half an inch a month. So by 6 weeks, you're almost a full inch away from the head. So you don't have the skull, you don't have your scalp supporting that anymore. It's in free fall, it's in free hang. That is a lot. And then you go to pull it in a ponytail, you go to, put a round brush through it, a flat iron through it, or some kind of tool through it. You are just amplifying the amount of pull and tension that's occurring, and that's something that Bernard and I talk about a lot, is that traction alopecia. There's different forms of it. And that is definitely a major issue. It's definitely a major issue. So that's a great description that you gave.
Thank you.
Yeah.